Shrimate Siddha Swarupananda Paramhamsa iti namine. Namo Bhaktivedanta Swami namine. Gaura Karana Swarupaya Radha Krishna Prastayate. Vanchakapatugascha Kripasindhavya Evacha. Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha. Bhajashri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Haribol. You guys are all so far away. Come up, come up, come up, come up, come up. Lie, 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 as they say in China. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, lie, lie. You understand Chinese? You do? Cool. 你教中文呢？是，是的。It's a good language to know. Yeah. 是 yeah. 很好。Before I go with the reading that I was going to do, which I will do, is there anything that anyone would like to ask or any topic that you'd like me to speak about in particular? No? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay. Yes, sir. In a family of Indian.
What will be your decision in life? Are you going to stop knowing where your roots, or just be a materialist in this lifetime?
Indians are the best of devotees, and they are the best of materialists. You know, in a sense, being... I'm sorry, I should do it here. The question was, if you're born an Indian, from India, as it were, or have Indian heritage, what is going to happen to you? What is your lot in life? Are you going to just get a job and become a materialist? Are you going to embrace your Vedic heritage, or are you going to discard your Vedic heritage? And well, the answer is, Bala, can I have some more high mids, please? It's sounding a little muffled. The answer is that you will do, this is Kali Yuga. There is no pat answer. There is no, I mean, what you should do, of course, is embrace the Vedas, become devotees of Krishna. But that has nothing to do with being Indian or not being Indian. That has to do with embracing truth and wisdom and love and devotion. In a sense, being born an Indian is a distinct disadvantage because you have a 5,000-year-old heritage which the world tells you is wrong. You have a 5,000-year-old heritage of, that isn't working in the modern world. Indians don't know what the caste system is for. They don't know what the meaning of the Vedas is. They've lost touch with their own heritage. And they have, to some extent, made it, because of their misunderstanding of the Vedas, they have made it into a very something that's very easy to discard. Say it doesn't work. I want to embrace the Western ideal. Because you know, they see so many breakdowns of understanding of Vedic knowledge, honor killings. This is something that has no place in today's society, in Kali Yuga. And are you going to watch for me? Are you going to watch for me? So I don't have to be getting on everybody's case? Okay, your mama's sergeant at arms. Okay? Aribo. These kinds of things where Indians don't understand. When people come sometimes into Indian villages to build bathrooms, to build public bathrooms, the villagers will destroy them because they're so ignorant of real cleanliness. Oh, but it says in the Vedas we should go and, you know, sit on the ground and pollute the ground, pollute the water, pollute the farms, the agriculture. Because of these kinds of, because they don't have guru, they don't have anyone who can interpret the Vedas, interpret scripture in a proper way. They should, I mean, one would think they would embrace cleanliness. If it's cleaner, then that's a good idea. But no, sometimes they do not, because of misunderstanding. However, you will find that among the Indians that go abroad, there are usually two, I don't know if you call it classes or whatever, but two different kinds. One that really wants to embrace their heritage but no longer sees any way to do it, and they're not very happy. And the others that have embraced the Western ideal and simply want to make money. And again, a lot of this comes from the poverty and the ignorance of true Vedic teachings that is in India. That's not everyone, of course. But just like everyone else, Boying, to answer your question, we all have the ability to decide, to make decisions, and to say yes to this and no to that. And an Indian is no different. We have that, we have the ability to say yes to the Lord's devotional service or yes to Maya. The choice is the same, whether you're born in Arkansas or Bangalore. It doesn't matter. Does that answer your question? It does. Okay, good. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. You have to speak up. I can't hear you. That's a good idea. If people are going to ask questions, I'm sorry, yeah. He's going to turn it on for you. There you go.
This is confusing to me. We have, in our religion, as a Catholic, we have that...
You're talking about the Catholic religion?
Yeah. We have rules, the Ten Commandment, isn't it? The thing is there also a Ten Commandments in the Indian national, yeah, in the Indian religion?
Is there a what?
Ten Commandments also, if there is it
We basically have
the Indian?
eight commandments.
I see. Can you share with us, Tutu?
Well, there are 4 do's. Do glorify God. Do engage in God's service. Do the will of your Guru Dev, and do worship
Guru Dev?
Guru Dev.
Who is Guru Dev?
Guru.
Krishna?
No,
The master,
the spiritual master,
like Jagat Guru.
like
I
Jagat
see.
Guru.
I see.
Right.
So it's like a priest. No.
No.
Jagat Guru. Oh.
No. Boying is like a priest.
Yeah, he is monks.
Okay.
You also. I consider
Be that
you
as it
a
may,
monk.
but I am not Guru. I
What?
represent Guru,
I see.
but I am not Guru. So,
Tito Boy is a monk, right? A priest.
he's what?
A priest, like a priest, acting like
A-
a priest.
I mean, if you, yes and no. I mean, he's, if you want to put things in a Christian Catholic sense, then I guess you could say that.
Exactly. You is the highest minister, is like that.
I have no title. He has no title. We are not Jesuits. We are not, some kind of a titled position. We're simply devotees trying to engage in God's loving service. And there are 4 don'ts. Don't eat meat. Don't gamble. Don't engage in illicit sex. And
No alcohol.
don't drink yourself to death. No intoxication. So there's 4 do's and 4 don'ts, basically. Okay? Good. I'm glad. Yes, ma'am. I'll repeat the question if you like.
Namaste.
Namaste.
If
Haribol.
one is already in a human form of life
Yes.
and has heard mantra and has eaten prasadam, is there still a chance that he would be reborn in a lower species of life?
Well, this is a good question, actually, because in some parts of the Vedas it says that one who chants the holy name even once is freed from the greatest fear. And the greatest fear is to be born in a lower species of life, because you have no chance at God realization. But on the other hand, if I hear or I chant, sometimes even for years, and then I go about and do something stupid, commit Vaishnava aparad, be offensive to the devotees for whatever reason, then all of that is like, you've just lost all your money. You threw the dice and you lost. It's all gone. So there is a chance. Actually, I was just reading in Puri Maharaj's Heart of Krishna that Bhaktisiddhanta Swami said that it is better to associate with a chandala, someone who eats pigs and meat and stuff like that, who is trying to love God and is glorifying God's name, than to associate with a Brahmin who has no bhakti. Do you understand? Does that answer your question? Good, good, good. Yes, ma'am.
Next to Ellen, what if you found this somebody was dead already? What if you're trying to save this in a kirtan? What about that? Do you think it's this somebody was saved? It also.
You mean if somebody dies while they're chanting in kirtan?
Yeah, but this somebody is dead already.
I'm sorry,
What
are you
if-
talking about dragging a dead body into a kirtan, or are you talking about someone who's engaging in kirtan and dies? Dies, right?
Yes,
Doing
yes,
kirtan?
yes.
Okay. I want to do that.
I see.
I would love that. That would be wonderful.
At least.
If I die, here's your instruction. Do not call an ambulance. Do not call a doctor. Just let me die while you chant. Okay? I will be the happiest soul in the world. Okay? Okay. Okay, good. All right, Bo. Okay. Well, these are good questions. Yes, sir. Just crawl on over for your microphone. What is your name?
Earl.
Turi?
Earl. E-A-R-L. Earl.
Earl.
Yeah, that's my name.
Earl. Not Ed. Earl. You got to talk like this. If you got a name like Earl, you got to talk like that, you know. My name is Earl. Okay, Mr. Chinese speaker, what is your question, Earl?
Just a follow-up question. If I found a dead body, and is there a sign if I could distinguish if the dead body will reincarnate to the next life to a higher level or to a lower level? Are there any signs?
No.
Oh.
No. That judgment is handled at death.
Mhm.
And there's no, little thing or something on your body that says, I'm going up or I'm going down. It is a matter of the soul, of the spirit. The body is no more than that. It is material. It has no consciousness. So there's not going to be a sign on the body that says, I went to the heavenly planets, or I went to Krishna Loka, or I'll see you as a mosquito. There is no outward sign. It is between you and Krishna.
Thank you.
But you are, on the other hand, you are building your next body in this life.
But I'm still living?
While you're still living, you are building your next life.
Okay.
Okay? So that's why you need to consider the fact that you have been given, after who knows how many births, you have been given the human form of life. And so utilize this time, utilize this life to, at the very least, be human in your next life, or more, or better. Become more and more devoted, understanding the nature of you and the nature of God, the nature of yourself and the nature of God Himself, and your relationship. Haribo. Yes, sir. Wow, this is a real question and answer period, isn't it?
Namaste.
Namaste.
Can we consider thinking as an spiritual?
No. The mind is material.
What about if we are thinking...
Wait. Let me just expand on that just a little bit. The mind has two qualities. It can either be your best friend or your worst enemy. The controlled mind, one whose mind is controlled by the spirit, by themselves, that controlled mind, when the mind is always going. It's just always going. It never stops. It just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And it will tell you how good a hamburger is right now, or it'll tell you that you know, look at that girl, man, wouldn't you want to have sex with her? Or it'll tell you, you know, this, that, and the other thing, the mind and the senses. But when you control the mind, and the mind says, look at that girl, it just goes. The devotee just watches it come and go, doesn't pay any attention to it. His attention is focused on Krishna. And so the mind, and when the mind is engaged, it is engaged in Krishna's service. It is not engaged in wondering how to build a bigger house or how to have a better car or any of that stuff. How to engage in Krishna's service is what a devotee's mind is engaged in. The mind is material. So make it your best friend by controlling it, by becoming friends with Krishna.
A follow-up question.
Yes, sir.
What about if we are thinking of Krishna, thinking of serving Him? Isn't that spiritual?
At the risk of being a little sarcastic, what is it you don't understand about the mind is material? It is not. Just like your body is material, there's nothing you can do about it. It is material, but you can engage it in Krishna's service. You can engage your material mind in Krishna's service. That doesn't make your mind spiritual. Your mind is still a material thing, just like your body. But you can use it in Krishna's service, rather than it using you in the service of your senses. That is the nature of the mind. And mind wants to engage you in something else other than Krishna. Wait. He's still got the mic. He looks like he has it.
That's my point. If we are engaging our mind in Krishna service, isn't that an spiritual thing?
It is a spiritual thing, but it doesn't make your mind spiritual. In other words, the mind is the mind.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, water is water. I can engage it in the service of my body, but that doesn't make my body water or water my body. So the mind, until one becomes uttama adhikari, when one becomes a pure devotee of God, everything is spiritual. There is no such thing as material for a devotee, a pure devotee. Everything is part of God. I don't mean to confuse you, but you don't seem to be perfectly happy with what I'm telling you. Is that okay? Does it clarify it a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
What I'm saying is the mind is a part of thinking, right?
It is what you think with, yeah.
Yes. That's what I mean. If we are using the mind of thinking of Krishna, is that...
That is part of
spiritual
controlling the mind, and it is a spiritual activity. Engaging your mind in spiritual activity is a good thing. I'm just saying it doesn't change the nature of your mind until you get to the platform of being a pure devotee. All right, Bill. You had something else to say?
Follow-up question with Kuya William. I do believe mind is very powerful.
Yes, it can be.
Yeah. And I have known somebody that she can use all the time her mind to manipulate somebody. Yeah. It's happened.
It's very easy for those who know the nature of the mind.
That's why I just want to share. That's another additional.
Okay. most people whose mind is very powerful don't know how to use it in a spiritual way. They tend to say, oh, I've got this power. Ooh, I can manipulate people. I can, you know, win the lotto. I can do whatever, because of my mind. I'm sorry, you were saying? For the most part, it is not good. Most people that use their mind in this way end up being controlled by it rather than being in control of it. They think they're in control of it, but actually it is the mind that controls them. Any other questions? Well, I think with all of that, I will save the reading I was going to share with you until next week. That's wonderful. Thank you very much for all the questions. I love it. I get so frustrated when I ask, are there any questions? And everybody's like, So, yes, you have another question. Yee-hee! Oh, you don't. Oh. Well, I do, you know, I try to find, I'm following Acharya Das's example. You know, he does this. He looks through scripture and he finds stuff and he gives a lecture on, you know, on this, and he reads from something you've never heard before, and it's wonderful. And so I'm following in that mode, okay? Haribo. Thank you very much. Haribo. Namaste.